I was not, y'all, I didn't know that we were already rocking and rolling. I was just feeling so proud of my homemade salad that I made. And as Sierra would say, the salad that I tossed, and it was delicious. And I just
bought it in the deli section at Safeway.
I didn't. I felt really proud. I bought all the things at Whole Food on Sunday, and I have another recipe for another kale salad to make this week too for lunch.
Come on,
I got a mission, y'all. I gotta get to it by the end of the year, so I'm figuring it out. But welcome back to Black in the City podcast. Please ignore the ASMR that's going on. We needed some candy or something, and Jordan brought us some treats, and they're busting. So
they're busting. I got some twin snakes and such.
Okay,
I'm not gonna lie. I had a spicy chicken leg this week. This weekend, I'm trying to be better, but I burned hella calories today, so it was fine.
Same here. I burned 1,000 already.
Oh, I ate like a couple of Snickers ice cream bars.
You big bitch.
I did. I don't regret it. They tasted nice.
I can't even say nothing because I be fucking with those. We be going to the 7-Eleven just to go get some ice cream, and we be hella fucking up those Snickers ice cream ones. But that's because
she likes to eat sweets.
I do. I have a big sweet tooth. But the reason why we go get those from the gas station from 7-Eleven is because if you try to buy them at the supermarket, they don't sell the ones that are vanilla ice cream with peanuts in it. They sell the peanut butter ice cream ones, which I can't eat. But at the gas station, the individual ones are the ones with vanilla ice cream, and I don't know why that is. I would just buy them at the store if I could, but they're discriminatory.
I'll bring you one with the peanuts next week.
Well, I can have peanuts. I can't have peanut butter ice cream, though. It's a problem.
Okay, I'll bring you some peanut butter.
Shut up. Anyway.
No, but you got to get them at Walgreens. Yeah.
They don't have the right ones neither.
Yo, they do. I promise.
Oh, really?
I promise you.
Well, I'm going to double check. Sarah, can you tell the people who this week's episode is brought to them by?
Oh, my gosh. You're asking me so many questions on the spot. Like, this episode isn't brought to you by Love Lavender Shea.
No, it's not. Otherwise, I would have said it. But I don't have the spiel.
You don't have the spiel, huh?
No.
Yeah, because that's not happening this week, Makita.
Oh. Damn, here I was. I thought I was on point. I was like, okay, we had the advertiser and all that shit. I was like, cool.
This episode is brought to you by Mead Street Studios.
Hey!
Every Monday.
Okay, your favorite
Come by and get you some candy.
That is so funny.
I started sweating a little bit. I was like, let me check my notes. Let me check my notes.
I had Sierra frazzled over here. That's so funny.
Hey, at least you know that I'm ready for live television.
That is hilarious, bro. I'm sorry. That's my bad. Don't nobody listening to me. Oh, that's so funny.
You stressed me. Okay, there we go.
Before we get into our weekend update, because it has been a while, we obviously did not record over the long weekend because we each needed the day just like everybody else needed the day. So we minded our business and put mental health first. I went and saw my family, but we're going to do a weekend update. We're going to catch up because I haven't seen Sarah in so long. But first things first.
It's been a long time.
If you are watching this on YouTube, you will see that we have our Harvest House shirts on, and I can't wait to brag.
Yes.
How
you
cute.
guys see mine? I love, first of all,
fuck them up, sis. Tell us.
fall is coming, and you guys know I live for a good olive, okay? I have like 3 olive coats. I don't play those games, so
I know olive
I'm really
is my favorite
excited. So
color.
this episode is brought to you by Harvest House. Ooh.
Yes.
Follow them on Instagram, because that's what we do, and they produce us, and we are a production. So
absolutely.
But no, really, Harvest House houses a bunch of dope artists and creatives that are in Seattle that you see on Instagram, just doing the thing. Anytime you see a dope artist, you see Harvest House. And
every time you see a dope artist, you see Harvest. I like that. Is that a catchphrase?
Is that catchphrase?
Is that the word?
When Harvest House blow up Shuey, I'm gonna need about.
Did you say
5%.
blow up Shuey?
Yeah, blow up Shuey. I'm gonna need about 5%.
Okay.
Yeah, but come to me for your taglines today. Yes.
Okay.
So let's get into
All
it.
I know, my shirt is white with the orange. I know the fall, olive is my favorite color, but I just really love white. It's so crisp.
Yes.
And then, the orange had me feeling kind of nice with the peach and stuff.
Right.
I got a peach. So, it be looking right. So I felt like I needed that. So go ahead, catch you some merch. You're not going to be sad. The shirt is so soft and cute and crisp. I love a solid kind of unisex size shirt that isn't too short. It's really
I love a big
nice
shirt.
and long. So you can definitely like oversized style it if you want. Or you can go ahead and cut it into a crop top or something cute because it has enough length for you to do that. So really get creative, okay? Do what you want to do. Live your Harvest House life.
Yes, so absolutely. So we're going to have to take some photos for you guys because I love to look at it from the back.
Yes.
So you guys can't see the back right now, but maybe later.
They cute.
I got on. Yeah. So we gonna do that. That cute. I looked over my shoulder and I saw it.
Hella.
So yeah, let's get into it.
Weekend update. You first or me first? You first.
I don't know. I honestly, okay. So
Catch us up from the Labor Day weekend. We need some time.
Labor Day weekend, honestly.
But make it snappy.
First of all, I know you ain't trying to rush me. I know. With your long-winded head ass.
Yep, you got damn right.
There we go. So really, mine's gonna be really short because I did not do too much of anything. Was it this past weekend or was it when was it?
It was last weekend.
Oh my gosh, look at my life.
A week ago, I think. I don't know. It was last Monday. We didn't record, so whatever.
Honestly, no. I really didn't do anything like fun. No. I didn't do anything fun.
Okay.
I stayed in the house with like the friends and cooked and did some things. But no.
Okay, now catch us up to this weekend. What you been doing? Give us the whole tea.
Nothing. So really and truly, everybody, well, my Instagram followers know this, but so my best friend had surgery a couple weeks ago, so I've just been like really just kicking it with her and like helping her out, and really just it's been a big sleepover. Like
that's so cute.
I've been cooking a lot more, spending less because I've been in one location. I realize when I'm just at my house, it's easier for me to spend money because I just leave and then I just go to the store for things that I don't need all the time. But
especially because you can walk there too. You have like the easiest setup. You can literally just walk to the store, walk to all the food, walk to everything you need is right there.
Yeah, and so it's like it's definitely been in a readjustment, but it's like one of those things where it's like. When you're able to do it, because a lot of things have happened in the midst of all that. When you're able to do it, it's nice to be able to like help out your friends and stuff. But it's just like I think for me, and we'll talk about this in another way. But it's in a lot of ways it's been healing for me because
healing?
I think because of there's been a lot of things that have transpired with me personally. In the last 2 or 3 weeks. So I think for me, it's easy, even though I'm a huge like extrovert, I like to say I'm extrovertedly introvert, whatever that word. Extrovert, introvert. Like when I'm dealing with things, my inclination is to shut everything off and to be very short.
Not me, girl. I'm beating that door down. So.
Oh, I know. Yeah, my inclination is to shut everything off. So it's different because I can't just, you know what I'm saying? I can't just be like super recluse. You know what I'm saying? And so it's easy for me. Yeah, it's easy for me to be that way when I'm like feeling sad or whatever. But with that, I've been exercising more, which is good because,
I've been seeing you on my Apple Watch.
Apple Watch me telling my business. But yeah, but it's like where she lives, it's a very easy place to like exercise outside and hit some stairs and stuff. So it's been cool, so it's been a lot going on. But, life is happening. We're healing. We're growing. And yeah. And I've been cooking more, even though Makita's been hating on me. I might have a little surprise at the end of the year. But yeah, so there's that. So I've been able to, test my skills. But anyway, how was your little weekend or your little time away from me since you've been
got surprises going on
abandoning me? You've been I just had another idea.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Write it down.
I'll tell you later, but I'm going to write it down. Yeah, go ahead.
Write it down fast.
Heck yeah.
I've just been cooling also, but I have been escaping to places, obviously. Over the long weekend, I went home to Denver to surprise my parents, myself, my sister, and, my human. We went and surprised my parents. Neither of them knew what was happening, so it was so funny. My dad was like, "You trying to give me a heart attack?" when I disappeared at the garage. And then my mom literally screamed for like 30 seconds straight. And then when she gave me a hug, she was literally hitting me on the back so hard that even my uncle was like, "You gonna fuck her up.
Right.
Like, you gotta chill." I was like, "I'm excited to see you too, but dang, like you trying to, bruise a bitch."
She's
I don't
excited.
know. But she was excited and it was so cute. And I was very, very happy to be there. And my little cousin came home from college too, so it was great that she was there as well. She just started school, which, totally sucks to be a freshman and school is not, what it was like for all of us going to, undergrad when you first get there with your dorm and all this stuff. She, of course, has roommates, but her classes are virtual. So it's not the same. So I'm hoping that things change, pretty quickly so she can get a full experience. But either way, I was happy to see her and get to hear how school's going for her. But it was fun. I literally didn't leave my house, like my actual house, for like the first 2 days. Basically all we did was eat and hang out. My house is the central focus for everybody. So I never have to go anywhere because everybody just comes to our house. So I didn't go anywhere. It also was 100 degrees outside every day. And then I narrowly escaped the weird ass snow that came in Colorado. I don't know if anybody knows. Yeah, it went from 100 degrees to snowing from Monday to Tuesday.
Jesus, was if you coming back next week, just say that.
I came back. I left Tuesday morning. I literally, when I was on the airplane, the rain was shifting to snow right when we were taxiing. So I barely made it out of there. And then it snowed for a couple of days in Colorado on some bipolar shit. And I'm pretty sure it's already back to being almost 100 degrees. But Colorado doesn't know how to act. It's so weird. It's so bipolar. It makes literally no sense. But I made it out, and that's all that matters. And then this past weekend, I just been chilling. Also, there's not a ton to do, obviously, especially.
I saw you chilling.
I was chilling, and I wanted to go do some outdoorsy stuff to get, kind of enjoy the last couple, week or two of sunshine because it's, September. So, fall is coming in hot here in Seattle. And it was just really annoying. That,
fall is coming in with a fire.
Literally. And so I'm so mad because it's we had some really warm days, but you couldn't do anything outside because the smoke was so bad. I was I wanted to go float on a lake or do something and get outside before it starts to be dark and gloomy and regular and we're stuck inside. But global warming is destroying that for us. So what else?
I literally went outside for a little bit on Friday, and when I came back in the house, I had to I needed Benadryl and a shower because it was so dusty outside. I don't know what was going on. Yeah, it's really gross. Oh, that's what I forgot. Was it Saturday or Sunday? Saturday.
One of them.
Saturday. Shout out to my dog KB's Kitchen. She did
that looks really good.
Yeah, with I believe the guy's name is Taylor Made 206. I think that is his name, but I'll double check. But I went. They had a little pop up. Up on Jackson Street, and they did some po' boys. They had catfish, they had shrimp po' boys, they had blackened chicken. They had a vegetarian one. I got shrimp and blackened chicken, and it was so bomb.
In one po' boy.
Yeah, it was so bomb. It was so big that you could literally do half. Half. Yeah, so I did that. It was so good, homemade pickles on it. It was very tasty. But next time she has something,
that sounds like it's busting. Yeah, tell me. I will come for the food.
Spread the young word. So that's it. But
okay.
Yeah, let's get in. Should
we do the things? Should we podcast the podcast?
Let me do my dance.
I guess. Okay, so I only have a couple things in politics. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I have been focusing on intentionally not actually looking at anything political because it's all depressing, and then you look outside and it's all depressing, especially when you have, far right conservatives trying to explain to people or make people believe that global warming isn't a thing. But it's literally the West Coast is burning down right now. But all right, global warming doesn't exist. So I've been trying to avoid really looking at things. So next week I'll get a little more political. However, of course, I do have a couple things to say. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was Caster Semenya. Do you guys remember who that is? You might not. She's an Olympian, and I think most people know who she is, and I'm going to give you all the background because she is a woman who has higher levels of testosterone naturally, and she's the Olympic gold medalist. And there was a bunch of things.
Literally.
Yeah, a million years ago.
Yeah.
But she has been battling legally in court with the association, the Olympic Association, to allow her to compete in the races that she races in, to continue to compete, because they basically said that she has to take particular drugs in order to lower her testosterone levels. Otherwise, she won't be able to compete.
That's crazy.
And so back on her. So like I said, Caster Semenya. So she is from South Africa, and she's a middle distance runner and a 2016 gold medalist. She won gold in the women's 800 meters at the 2009 World Championship and the 2016 Summer Olympics and the 2017 World Championships with her personal best. So she is bussin', 2-time gold medalist. And so I want to give you some details because I think it's actually a really interesting situation that we have to think of, right? Can the Olympics, and should they, is it ethical for them to force people to take drugs to alter what their body does naturally. And also I saw online now that they have finally ruled, and they did not rule in her favor. So she did have a negative outcome. People were talking online about what that means when people are policing women's bodies, but particularly how it impacts Black women and what that means. And then the conversation also kind of extrapolated into transgendered folks and what that looks like in sports, to which I'm not sure if I have the popular or unpopular opinion. I just know that I didn't necessarily agree with what I was reading online. But let me go ahead.
I do have a question not connected to that, but then because you
Yes.
said transgender folks. So I saw an article about how J.K. Rowling is doing a new book about a man dressing up as a woman to kill people. And so what do you think about, because I don't know. So I think some people are not happy with that.
Why?
I don't really know. I
Fiction
I
is
looked at
fiction.
it real quick, but it was like, I think there was an issue because I think hasn't J.K. Rowling gotten in trouble?
Yeah,
for
she's
some
not
stuff?
a transgender supporter.
Yeah, so because of that, because she's making a book like that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
people
I
are
feel
kinda,
that. Like,
beefing
girl,
about
you
that.
already not on our team.
Yeah, she's like doubling down on it.
And then, I mean, yes, I mean, okay. In general, I don't think there's anything, I know we're like totally derailing, but I don't think there's anything
Yes.
wrong with like the general concept. Like, fiction is fiction.
Yes.
Like, if we're writing mystery stories or murder mysteries, whatever they are, like, people, like, fiction is fiction. So there's nothing wrong with that premise. I think what makes it wrong is because like you already don't enjoy or you're not a fan of transgendered people, and you've outwardly said that. And then if that's the basis like of the
Right.
story of your book, particularly when the transgendered community already deals with people thinking, particularly transgendered women. So men who've, transitioned to be women, they already kind of deal with the flack of like that people are afraid of what they will do, or that they're just dressing up as women because they want to take advantage of other women. And so they already deal with that kind of cloak and dagger. So that doesn't help like the transgendered cause at all.
Yeah.
So I could understand why people would be not feeling that shit, especially not from J.K. Rowling, which is really depressing because I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I'm a Potterhead. So it's very frustrating to see a person that you admire dig herself into so many holes. But I digress. We're not talking about that white woman.
Yep. I just had to get that in there.
However,
that was one of the whites I wanted to talk about.
Okay, so back to Caster Semenya. I'm going to give you some real background. So this happened earlier in September, but like I said, we've been gone for a week or so. So she lost her long-running legal battle, and in order to, and it's very specific what they are restricting. So her battle was against regulations requiring women with high testosterone to take medication to compete internationally for races between 400 meters and a mile. So the Swiss Federal Tribunal said on Tuesday that it supported a decision by the Court of Arbitration for the track and field policy for athletes with differences in sex development, which is also known as DSD, was necessary, reasonable, and proportionate to ensure fair competition on women's sports. They said, based on these findings, the decision cannot be challenged. They said fairness in sport is a legitimate concern and forms a central principle of sporting competition. It is one of the pillars on which competition is based. So now it looks like she will not be able to defend her title in Tokyo. So she won gold in 2012, 2016, but now she will not obviously be able to compete unless she takes medication, when her whole stance is that she should be able to be free and be the way that she was born and not be forced to take drugs. So she said that the world athletics is on the wrong side of history. She said, I'm very disappointed in this ruling, but refuse to let world athletics drug me or stop me from being who I am. Excluding female athletes or endangering our health solely because of our natural abilities puts world athletics on the wrong side of history. I will continue to fight for the human rights of female athletes, both on the track and off the track, until we can all run free the way that we were born. So Caster Semenya, why it's an issue for world athletics, is that, okay, sorry, I'm looking for the right piece of the article. It compels them to reduce their testosterone levels to less than 5, and I don't know how to accurately pronounce like what the measurement is, but it's NMOL/L. And it argued that the policy is justified because more than 99% of females have only about 0.12 to 1.79 whatever that measurement is of testosterone in their bodies, while people who are classified as DSDs are in the male range, which is between 7.7 and 29.4. So it is a significant difference. However, the problem is that they say that it is not fair because Semenya and other DSD athletes have a significant advantage in size, strength, and power from puberty onwards because of their elevated testosterone levels. So, I mean, I can understand how if the difference is so drastic, why World Athletics would want to say, well, that's unfair. But I'm on the side of Semenya in the sense, like, that's just the way that I was. Oops, sorry. Drop my whole
Stay
phone.
with it.
But like, that's the way that she was born, right?
Yeah.
Like, she is a woman. She has all woman parts. Like, it's not like she's a man wanting to compete in a women's sport. Like, if I was born with more like higher levels of testosterone, why is that my problem? Like, that's the way that I was born. I don't know what to tell you, but I shouldn't have to drug myself in order to compete. Like, that's not the case.
That's hella inappropriate, and they're doing too much. Like, honestly, because there's women that have PCOS, which is a condition that can affect your fertility, that have high levels of testosterone.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just like, why is she being punished for how she's made? Like, just because the rest of them little heifers can't run fast, you know, like they can't
run
fast.
faster.
You know what I'm saying? Push yourself harder. Would Serena Williams be like, she need to take more pills? No, Serena Williams would work and run faster.
Duh, be like Serena.
Right. So
except don't lose, but
don't lose, bro. And at the end of the day, like, what?
Yeah,
like, for real.
stupid.
Like, sometimes it just be like, what? Okay.
Just what?
Like, she is a woman. She has high testosterone levels.
And now
what?
Next.
Run faster. The fuck?
See, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
However, online, the conversation did, however, extrapolate from being women.
Come on, extrapolate.
It feels like a reach to me, particularly when we're competing in sports. Like, I am a huge transgender advocate. I support the fact that all women, all men are men. However, it is impossible to ignore that in the field, like when we're competing in sports, right? Like, if you are born into a male body, whether or not that's how you identify, you cannot. I don't think there's an argument that could be fair that says that you can then compete against women.
Well, but then,
like, you identify as a woman, you are a woman, but if you are physically born as a male, there is no world in which a person physically born as a male should be able to compete against women.
But if they're taking, what about if they're doing the same things that they're asking this woman to do?
I think then yes, like if your estrogen levels are in the natural range, then like yes. But even then, still, the argument that we're making for Semenya is that like if her testosterone levels are like elevated and could be compared against males, and that's how she was born, people could make the same argument saying like, well, if we let a person with higher testosterone who's born a woman, they can compete. Why can't I compete if our testosterone levels are the same?
Yeah.
It feels complicated, and it is complicated. It is a really it is a very like sticky space, but I just feel like Jordan can't compete racing against me and Sierra. Like, that just is not a like,
I will dust Jordan.
I'm gonna go dust Jordan probably, but
dust him.
Look at Jordan. Jordan was like, I got that heat.
Yeah. Well, Jordan has hella long legs, so
I know he only got to take a couple of steps. But what I'm saying is, like,
start hurting fast,
we're not classified the same. We cannot compete, in a track and field meet. We will not be on the same field, right? We're not going to compete in the same race because our genders are different. And I don't know yet if science has caught up to how inclusive we are. It should, but I don't know if we've caught up to where transgendered folks can compete in sports at that level in the race of how, or not in the races as the genders that they identify with versus the ones that they were born. Because as a woman, like, you don't have any advantage over men if you're a transgendered man, right? Like, if you born a woman and you're a transgendered man and you compete against men, like, you don't have any unfair advantage. You're born with less than all other men, right? But going the opposite direction, there are clear advantages, right? Like, then women would have a problem if we're competing in sports and then all of a sudden every person that wins, like, for the next 5 years are all transgendered women. We would clearly be like,
Yeah. It's
We'd be
a
like,
lot.
okay, like
It's a lot to take in.
it's hard to compete. Like, how am I supposed to win against a person who has different abilities than I do, right? So I feel like it's all very dicey, and I could spend a lot of time talking about this, but I would love to hear what you guys have to say.
Yeah, say it. Send us some comments.
Okay.
And some questions.
Last thing I was
DM.
going to do, okay, was
Is that
last.
a thing that happens with you?
Honestly, I couldn't care less about these people right now. But
okay.
Of course, the presidential election is only about 50 days away, okay?
Only 50.
Only 50. I am going to shit on y'all for every single week until election day.
I was about to say, I was like, girl, that can't even mess up your stomach. I was like, girl, don't do that on me, not on my pants.
No.
They're not dork.
You're so stupid.
No, speaking of that, Odell like that.
Oh, gross.
I'm sure Odell would enjoy a nice little
sounds terrible.
A little package from you on his chest.
Ew, that is so gross.
We'll talk about that in the other section.
Yeah, we're gonna let you talk about it in a minute. But I am going to be on y'all's ass every week until election day to make sure that you are registered to vote. Make sure you get your ballots if you are in Washington. Get your mail-in ballots, take it and drop it off at a polling location if you feel more comfortable. That is what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to bother dropping it in the mail. I'm going to take it directly to the ballot box, drop it off myself. In Washington, you have 18 days to vote. All of those days are before election day, okay?
Yeah,
Plan accordingly. Take a day off. Many companies actually enforce the fact that you have to have the capacity to exercise your right to vote, and you can take time off specifically that doesn't come from like paid time off or, accrued time off of work to go vote because it's your right. So make sure that you are looking into what your work policies are, doing everything that you can in order to make sure that you exercise your right to vote. If y'all don't vote and Donald Trump wins, I'm going to show up at your door. I just want you to know. Squaring up, we fighting on site. So the only thing I wanted to say was that, in case you're wondering or watching the polls, currently it seems like Joe Biden is up about 5% in the polls, if you're a person who pays attention to the polls. So I'm just throwing that out there as a little tidbit. I'm not sold on anything as of yet. It feels a little too early for me, but polling, gives us general trends that we can trust very generally. But the last thing I wanted to share, which I thought was interesting because, there's many people who say, oh, like my vote doesn't matter, so I'm not going to vote, or I think that it's stupid and like, blah, blah, blah. Right. Yeah. All the stupid shit. But I was on Reels on Instagram, and I saw this video and it was about voting, and it basically was like, here's how people think that like the voting went in 2016, right? And it has a pie chart, and it shows Hillary Clinton with 48.2% of the vote. It's like 66 million votes, right? Donald Trump with 63 million votes, 46.1% of the population, and then the third party, which is that took 5.7% of the votes that year, right? Mm-hmm. That's what we think it looks like, but that's actually not true. So what actually happened is that Hillary Clinton, what she voted, or like the numbers are right? So it's about 66 million, but that's actually only 27.8% of the votes. Donald Trump took about 26.6% of the votes, and the third party took far less than that. I can't see it because there's a person's bond over the screenshot. But really what's interesting about the image in this pie chart and how it actually looked is a huge portion of eligible voters who didn't vote were 42.3% of votes not cast. Like that amount, that's 100 million people that did not vote. And that's how we got to where we got. Like, it's not like the majority of everybody voted. A huge chunk of y'all stupid niggas didn't vote. Okay, that's how I feel.
Just because y'all don't want.
My mom gonna be mad for me saying that, but that's how I feel. Very aggressive about that.
She said niggas. She did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every time I say the N-word, she's always like, "I'm not niggas. That's not me."
Yeah, she don't like that. I'd be like, "Oh."
Every time I say, like, literally every single time, she know I love her. Okay, but. Again, I saw that and I was actually really appalled by that because we do kind of think it was just like, split, pretty close, third party votes, right? We know how we won the popular vote, but it really isn't. There are 100 million people that have the capacity to vote who do not exercise their right to vote. We already have to deal with, as people of color, right? All of the different ways in which our vote is suppressed. and people actively trying to keep us from voting, which we cannot allow them to do. But add voter suppression on top of that 100 million people who can't or who chose not to vote. And we could easily end up in the precise same boat that we're in right now, where the sky is literally falling. The West Coast is literally burning. We are literally experiencing probably the worst. Like, I can't come up with a nightmare worse than this, right? A pandemic. You can't travel. The rest of the world is laughing at us. You can't escape. You can barely go on vacation. You can't leave. Can't go to work. Restaurants closed. Bars closed. Like, everything that you want to do, everything that makes America is pretty much shut down because people want to be idiots.
Yep.
And people think it's okay to do that. So please don't be dumb. Don't be an idiot. Don't make me have to come and show up to your door. And that's it. Yep. Last thing to call out on this same topic is that the first presidential debate is on September 29th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you watch it. I will be tuning in to watch it. So we'll chat about it on here after the fact. But just a little plug for you guys to make sure that you are informed and watching. You're probably not going to get any information from Donald Trump. So that's not going to be what happens. In the article that I read, it said that he does not intend to do any debate prep. And instead, he is going to rely solely on his experience as president.
Oh, okay.
So that should cue you into what kind of debate we're going to see.
So excited.
And with that, I'm going to shut up, but it's going to be comical. I am tuning in to watch it. That's it. I got nothing else. That's all I had to say.
Well, here we are. Speaking of bullshit.
Ooh.
Odell Beckham. No, I'm just kidding. No, but for real. Odell Beckham is into that.
With him. We can start with him.
I'm not kink shaming, but I'm just saying, boy, damn, boy, that's nasty.
Ew, tell the people what happened.
So pretty much, I don't even know the child's name. I don't even know the girl's name, but apparently she was saying Odell Beckham wanted her to defecate on his chest. That is the kink that he is interested in. But this is the thing, though. He flew her out and everything.
Flew her out.
But
he said it on some podcast. What's it called? I can't think.
Some cast.
What is it? No Jumper.
Wow.
A bunch of ugly girls, but whatever.
Oh, I saw.
I was like, y'all look
picture.
ridiculous.
I was just like,
they gotta lay up the park.
I was like, what's going on? But like something in the milk is not clean. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna call them ugly, but
they also look like they all smell bad too.
Ooh, stankin'. But yeah, I guess he wanted her to send him a video of her like using on the pot. And I'm just like, that's hella weird, because I feel like when you're taking a shite, it's a very sacred process.
When you're pooping.
Yeah, and I personally don't think that I would be able to do that on somebody's chest, because I would get stage fright.
Literally, I could never.
Like I couldn't do it. I would be like, oh, it's not coming out, prairie dogging it.
Ew, but or like, what if you tried to and you went, but what if it wasn't like a solid poop like you thought? Like, what if you do and then it's,
Well, this is the thing. That's what I'd be worrying about, because sometimes, because every morning, most mornings, I like to enjoy a green smoothie.
Ooh,
and so sometimes it be coming out like a situation. It be like, it's very relieving.
Well, I'm sure it's relieving, but that's like, not what you want.
Sometimes you get, y'all know how it is when you sell on Twitter. Sometimes you get a surprise. You're like, damn. Like, sometimes your ass hits that machine gun and it'd be like, whoa. It's a lot to take in or out, whatever. But I'm just saying, like, think about it, because if you're
sometimes your ass get a machine gun.
Yeah, because if you're not solid, and imagine it could splash.
Yeah, solid.
Oh, bro, no. I'm just saying, like, that's her business, but you nasty, whatever. I don't care.
No, what would his mama say?
I mean, if that's what you into, I mean, hey, he got money. Okay, so before we talk about, we've already been very clear that nobody in this room would like to do that. If anybody would, raise your hand right now. No shame. Is it you? Is there one? Okay, nobody wants
no takers.
Nobody wants any defecation on their chest, and
no,
me too, because first of all, it's a lot of area to cover.
That would be really gross. You know what? Never mind.
Like, you'd probably be really warm. Anyway, let's
ew.
Sorry, it's gross. That's gross. I'm usually not this gross, guys. I'm sorry.
What's the candy? The candy did it to you.
Yeah, it's this twin snakes that got inside of me. It's a lot.
Oh my god.
So before we start getting into stupids, the stupid man,
the stupidest of all,
I would like to say that during this pandemic. But during these like last couple of weeks where you like, you know, kind of left me for dead.
Shut up.
I have been like because I told you I've been like cooking more. So when I'm cooking, I like to, you know, I'm like an auntie. So I like to get me a little swig of something. And and then I've been listening to like my podcast. I've been able to listen to my podcast. That's my one thing. I have to keep my sanity.
Yes.
And so I've been listening to Summer 16 Pod.
Okay.
Yes.
Love. Shout out to our faves.
Yes. Shout out to John and Tunde. But one episode that they did, it was like 2 weeks ago. It was so good. They had a guest on, and it was 3 black men talking about like their mental health and talking about, you know, the things that they do to cope with things, and, you know, journaling and feelings.
Yes.
So I just had to shout them out because I was like, that episode was pretty solid. Like they were being like real vulnerable and stuff. And I was like, you don't see a lot, especially like an all male podcast, you know. So I just want to shout them out because I thought that was hella dope.
Before you little random girl.
You know,
I was like, where are you going?
No,
with
I'm
this?
saying this. I'm saying this because before I talk about stupid black men, I'm going to talk about
good black men.
Good black men.
Okay,
you know, I gotta have, you know, I gotta have the.
It has come full circle.
I gotta have the yuck and the yum.
I'm following.
So there's that. So let's talk about who should I talk about first? Should I talk about Fabulous or should I talk about Tory?
Tory.
Yeah, Tory. So Tory, as we talked about, he is the person that shot Megan Thee Stallion. It's very clear.
So fucking stupid.
So stupid. So recently his photographer had gotten into the comment section talking about how people don't know the other side of the story and like it will come out. And but Tory Lanez did decide to and he hasn't spoken out, but he did decide to get on the internet,
like an idiot,
on Beyonce's internet, and talk about how his streaming numbers have not gone down since the incident happened. But he decided to send a text message to Megan 15 hours after he shot her. It's not even alleged anymore at this point. After he shot her, and he said, I'm so sorry. You're probably never going to talk to me again. I was just too drunk. And I would just like to say that I've been too drunk. Actually, let's talk about it. I was drunk about 2 weekends ago. I got very drunk. I went to brunch.
Yes, you did.
I went to brunch, and then I took 3 shots of tequila back to back.
Stupid.
Yes. If you ever see me
so much fun
taking a shot of tequila, slap it out of my hand because I'm already drunk if I'm taking shots of tequila.
Okay.
Just letting you know that right now. But I just want to let you know that in the time that I was drunk, because I had a hangover and everything, I never shot anybody. I didn't shoot anybody. I didn't even get violent. And I low-key kind of had a reason to kind of be violent, but I didn't even get violent. We're not going to talk about that. I didn't even get violent. So I'm just saying.
We don't understand.
I've never, come on. What? I was just too drunk, so you shot me in the feet? What the hell?
When I was walking away. But see, what makes me the most mad is that you had all the things to say about how you did not shoot that girl, knowing that she had the receipts to show that you said, like admitting that you did it. Then you gonna let the internet drag her. She gonna finally say and speak up like for herself to say you shot her, to identify her attacker, and you still have nothing to say. The only thing you have to say is that my streaming numbers haven't dropped.
Yeah, and I think maybe now it's starting to become a legal matter. So I mean, but it's just like I just wouldn't say anything. I think it's been taken over by the police department in LA, and he's probably gonna get in trouble for assault with a deadly weapon.
Do not come back to America, boss.
Yeah, we don't need him. We already have enough idiots in America.
Toronto. I just don't understand that. Like, if you were so drunk and you made that mistake, like no one can tell you, or no one can. People make mistakes differently, right? All mistakes are mistakes. No one can. I can't speak to somebody else's mistake, but like, if that's the case, you should just apologize, identify, don't get online and then encourage trolls to troll Megan when you know that you did it. Like, right, that's my problem. Or just shut the fuck up. Don't have anything to say. Or his
photographer speaking out of turn. If my photographer did something like that in a serious matter, I would have to fire him.
Period. Shut up. Don't have nothing to say.
If Abdul was like,
right,
we had
Abdul,
a
as he picks up the camera, like,
square up. That's like me and you. Like, that's like me shooting you or some shit, and then Abdul getting on the internet being like, well, there was the other side of the story. So, you know, when you know why she shot her, then, you know, you'll know. I'd be like, Nigga, you won't get me put in jail.
Right. Shut up.
Shit.
Don't say nothing.
But, there's that. That there's... Dog, come on
it's
now.
Stupid. Black men do better. I mean, y'all be doing good lately,
I don't know if I should say that.
The black men have been on a streak for a little while. They going good.
Yeah,
They going up.
I'm saying hot girls up.
But the hot girls are always up 10 points.
We're always up 10 points. Y'all be acting stupid.
Okay.
Anyway, stupid.
Move on. Tell us about Fabulous also being stupid.
I mean, he is stupid just generally, but I don't necessarily want to call her stupid, but it's just like interesting.
Tell us
so Emily B is pregnant.
Huh? You know what? We can't judge victims.
We can't judge victims, but damn, boy.
Do they have kids already?
Yeah, they have one together. That's Jonas, I think his name is.
Emily B is Fabulous's baby mama.
Yeah.
The reason why it's we are not going to judge a victim is that he be beating the fuck out of that girl.
Yeah, the last fight that they got into, he definitely knocked her teeth out.
Like he be beating
like she had to get
her.
new veneers, and like we seen videos of him like kind of like acting crazy. She was like pretty scared of him, and people were saying things on the internet. Like I'm not gonna like clown her, but like people were saying things on the internet talking about, oh, her daughter's gonna be married before her, and that's like that whole thing we were talking about with like these dudes gonna give you a baby before they make you a wife.
Of course. Why?
And it's no judgment if that's what you want to do, but just because he's such a toxic dude, it's just like really just like. I don't know. It's just like it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth, literally. So it's just, no judgment. I really hope that she has a healthy pregnancy and that he has gotten himself together.
Gotten some help
because she does not deserve that.
She has gotten some help.
Yeah.
Because that's not a game. Like you don't just get over somebody beating you like the way that he beats her.
Yeah, and they've been together for years.
Yeah. He's been putting his hands on her that entire time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Without question.
I'm sure. Yeah, because if they honestly, what you should know is that when people are in abusive relationships and then it becomes public, understand that they have been fighting
this whole time
before that. It just got so messy that now other people can see. Mm-hmm. So just be very clear about that. Like, be very clear. Know the signs.
That's crazy.
So, let's talk about Ray J.
What did he do?
Ray J filed for a divorce against his wife, Princess Love. But this is the thing, though. When I saw it, I didn't know whether to be like, you mother effer, or I didn't know if I should be like, not proud, but like, or just be like, I just kind of felt like that meme where he was just like, smart. So early, like a few months ago, Princess Love filed for divorce against Ray J. Okay. Then she rescinded her offer. She then took it. She didn't, what's the word?
No, she just rescinded it.
Yeah, she rescinded it. She didn't want to do it anymore. Yeah. Then he files for a divorce from her and wants joint custody of the 2 kids they have.
And why is this so smart? I don't watch the show.
Because
any contact.
He's divorcing her. So if Ray J has a lot, I feel like Ray J has a lot of money. Like
of course he does.
From all the adventures that he does scooty bikes, and a lot of people clown. I was like low key like Ray J.
He's
that's
smart
kind of
businessman.
Yeah, scooty bikes. He got the earphones. He got hella like
those
the
glasses
podcast
that are unbreakable.
Yeah, he got the podcast. All like most of the podcasts that I listen to are advertising his headphones. Yeah, and stuff. So we cannot say that Ray J is not a smart businessman because even though he be corny, Ray J is a smart businessman. Right. And so, because if she divorces him, that's a whole other thing. Because it's like now she gets to, go after all his assets.
She still can.
She can still do it. But I feel like with him divorcing her, the power dynamic has shifted. So in a way, I mean, I would say if it was Princess Love and like the shoe was on the other foot, I'd be like, girl, you better
get all your shit.
You better get it. So I'm just gonna. I mean, honestly,
she better still try.
Honestly, Ray J, that was well
smart.
played. Well played. I was
gonna say
that's well
he
played.
Playing chess and she playing checkers.
Yeah, I'm not even mad at him. But hopefully they can do it because from the start they've had a very toxic relationship. They've had 2 beautiful babies together. But hopefully they can, with this divorce, they can do it in a way that's amicable and that is like the best things for the kids. Hopefully it's not on stupid stuff. But they're both very vindictive towards each other. So whatever.
Can't be done. Can't be me.
And then let's talk about some beautiful Black excellence like things.
So
in the last couple of weeks, we've had 2 verses that have taken place. One which I literally, I was in the hospital watching this versus, like, I was not playing, had the AirPods in, I was not
Which
playing.
one?
Brandy and Monica. Brandy versus
Yeah.
Monica.
Yeah.
I was in love the entire time, all the hits. First of all, Monica had all the bangers, all the smash your niggas window in type stuff.
Okay, Gunica.
Yeah, love it. And then Brandy, of course, she came with, like, her melodies and flow. But I will say, I could understand how Brandy gets on people's nerves because she is literally Moesha. She acts like Moesha, like literally. Like I could see how Monica, because it's like people were talking about, oh, like, you know, it seemed like there was some tension there, and it's just like low key.
No, she's annoying.
It did kind of feel like it, but it's like it seems like they have a cordial professional relationship. They've been able to, you know, get through some things, but I think that Brandy she's like one of them type of people. You know, and everybody doesn't vibe, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Because she's one of those kind of people where I don't know if I would more likely be friends with.
I'm chilling with Gunica.
I'd probably be friends with Monica, but you know what I'm saying? But the thing of, like, with Brandy, I think because she's just, like, one of those people that's, like, trying to be so in and trying to be so cool that she ends up being annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
Stop trying to be down.
She
want to
be down, like, no pun intended.
Okay,
like, but it's literally like when you think about it though, because they kept talking about, oh, I was 12 years old when this came out with the little flats and everything. But when you think about it, Brandy has always had to have this cookie cutter image of, like, you know,
the perfect teenager, the perfect kid.
Yeah, she's been Cinderella, she's been Moesha, she's been all these things. So she's had to have this image, and Brandy had some scandals and stuff like that. Like people, you know, like talk about like the car accident and stuff like that, which wasn't really her fault, but whatever. So people talk about those things. She's had some scandals, like she lied about being married and stuff like that, but that was also because of the cookie cutter image that she had to have.
Right.
And then you have Monica, who Monica was like, you know, she was this hood chick with the attitude and still whatever. Is. Yeah, still has the attitude. She was Miss Thang. She was always Miss Thang. So she was able to always be authentically herself. Mm-hmm. She was always, you know what I'm saying? And so I think that was a very interesting to watch. But I was, nigga, I wanted to be down. I was, you know what I'm saying?
Who do you think
knock
won?
On the door. Oh, don't do it. Don't do
Who
it.
did you think won?
Why would you do that?
Because I know you have to answer. So
I think it was low key a tie. But if
we're
talking about
choose one, choose the winner.
I'm gonna say Brandy.
Ooh, and why?
Brandy won because it's the thing. Brandy brought out her heavy hitters, all of her heavy hitters, and you know, and performed. I was so disappointed when Monica wouldn't sing on The Boy Is Mine. I was like, bitch, come on.
Right, that's all we're here for. This is
coming
literally
in here
all
looking
we're
like
here
a
for.
poet. So yeah, I would say Brandy because Brandy came with it. I feel like Monica had like the hood bangers, like the ones that you used to listen to.
Yeah.
But then there was why Monica lost is because there was moments where she could have hit her with a banger but didn't. Like, you know what I'm saying? You like Brandy just hit you with a vocal Bible, and then you hit us with a song that one of them hit in track number 7. That was not the time for track number 7.
Right.
It was a time for you to
all
pop
your singles,
out.
All the bops.
It was time for you to pop out some of the Missy Elliott joints. Like that kind of pissed me off. But it's okay. Yeah.
You feel hurt?
Yeah,
by that.
But I do appreciate that. It was like all the songs that you know what I'm saying. Brandy didn't just play the hits. She like, you know, I feel like we could have gotten more Full Moon. Full Moon was come on.
Almost none of the songs that she played. I don't know almost any of them.
Yeah, it was like
I was like looking at the track list on the Shade Room after it, and I was like, okay. I knew like a couple.
Oh shit, brother.
But I didn't know all of them. So
I mean, I'm not even gonna lie because yesterday. Well, first of all, who do you think won?
I did not watch it, so.
Well, that's ghetto.
I watched like the first like 10 minutes, and then I don't know what I was doing, but I was like, I got a blast. I think I was probably watching Sister Sister or something. So.
Well, why don't you just take a pile of everything that I like and piss on it?
I know. I've been obsessed with Sister Sister.
You know, just put all the music on the table. You should just pee on it since you disrespected.
But I watched Patty and Miss Gladys Knight, though.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, so I watched some of it, but I was also like in and out of the kitchen. Yeah. And they were also playing a bunch of stuff that I don't, you know what I'm saying? Because I know they're hits, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let's also be clear. If Aretha Franklin was still alive, she would not do a versus, but it would definitely be Aretha versus Patty.
Absolutely.
But Aretha wouldn't do it. She would throw so much shade and not come out of her house.
I liked the. I thought it was really unique. Their commercial, like with the pie or the.
Oh, that was so cute.
Was
yeah,
so
I watched
cute.
like
the
the first part.
grandmas with the what did Gladys Knight make? Banana pudding.
Banana pudding.
And Patty was like, "That's crazy. I made all of this."
Right.
She was like, "I made all of
diabetical.
this." All she did, she said she took that patty pie out the box, put it in the oven. She was like, "I already made it." So.
I think I enjoyed the auntie energy.
Yeah,
like the auntie
grandma energy.
She's gonna talk trash about you right in front of your face.
Yeah.
And she's gonna feed you well. And those are both those aunties. No. Patti LaBelle, Auntie Patti is the shade queen.
Yes, sir.
And then Miss Gladys is more of like, oh, leave those kids alone.
Right.
So I enjoy that. My parents, my dad
What
got
he
an
do?
Instagram.
No, he didn't. He got it just for this, huh?
Yeah, because they were my mom. So my brother's so dumb. My brother tells my parents about the battle, right?
Yeah.
But then he sends them to me and my sister to figure out how to do it. I'm like, I'm not next to them. I don't know how to work an Android. Or, like,
Right.
I just
Why
got
would I
angry.
know?
I got angry at the fact that my mom has an Android and I don't know. I can't tell her what to do
I
with
don't
it.
know how to make it work.
Yeah, so they were able to successfully. My brother helped them because I was like, I'm not doing this. And so they were able to watch it, and my mom like enjoyed it. Like they were like, I guess she was dancing and singing and doing her thing. So
Go ahead,
I'm glad that she
mama.
was able to enjoy it because that's their era. So but
My
it
parents
was
also
it's a
were
good time.
watching.
Yeah, it's a good time. I'm glad that they're diversifying it for everyone. I wonder who's next. But
I want to know who's next.
go. Yeah, I'm into it. Speaking of who's next,
Okay.
Netflix. Let's
Last
talk about
thing,
it.
last
Last
thing.
thing, bro. So Netflix came out with Girlfriends this weekend. I haven't gotten a
watched
chance
it
to
yet.
binge, but I'm really
Come on, Benji.
Yes, I've been watching Sister pretty
Same.
heavily.
Season
It's
4
just
over here.
amazing to watch the shows that you watched as a kid as an adult.
Yes.
It's like everything is like I told you. For 2 weeks straight, I was watching Moesha, and I was getting irritated
I
as
watched
every
5
episode went on.
episodes.
And
I
the
couldn't get
games.
past it.
First of all, shout out to Mara Barakakil because what's that name? That's her
Yeah,
name.
Mara Barakakil.
Yeah, shout out to her because all of those shows were literally connected.
In one universe. Mhm.
Yeah, literally. Have we talked about this before?
I think so. Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
on the
'cause it was-
show.
yeah,
That's how
Moesha-
we got Moesha was how we got
The Parkers.
the Parkers and Girlfriends.
Yeah, because Girlfriends.
with Maya.
Maya was on Moesha. Yeah.
And we got Girlfriends. And we got Girlfriends from that.
And then we got
from
the game
Girlfriends,
from that.
We got the game.
Because Tia Mowry is Joan's little sister.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just thinking like how I hated Tracy Ellis Ross on Girlfriends. Like I thought she
Really?
was so annoying. Yeah, I thought Joan was mad annoying. But then I was like, but Tracy Ellis Ross, I love her. But I didn't
That's
like
the auntie
Joan.
of our
I didn't like
aunties.
Joan. But maybe if I watch it as an adult, I like it. I still probably Tony's always gonna get on my nerves because she's a leech. So
Yeah.
she's always gonna get on my nerves. But
But what's crazy about it is that I think now that as grown-ups, we will absolutely be able to relate to all the characters in a way different way.
Yeah.
And she probably won't be annoying to you anymore. But what I thought was the most interesting, I watched the first episode, but then I was like, nah, finish Sister, so you can just binge Girlfriend. So I put it down. But is that like Joan is only 29. Like in
Crazy.
like her, like that's like her, her character's age. I don't know if Tracy Ellis Ross was actually 29 yet or older than that. But like we almost 29. You like, hello.
Yeah.
And so I'm
I
like, that's
am
crazy.
29.
I know you are, right? That's why I said we, because I'm not 29. But you get what I'm
Well, make
saying?
me
Like,
into we.
it's about people our age, right? The show is about us at this point, and I think it's a lot different than watching it when you're 12 years old. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. In my brain, when I watched that Joan, she might as well have been 40 years old. Like, that's a grown
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, and as
A grown up.
and watching it, it was like I was like, first of all, it's like thinking about it. Technically, I didn't really have no business watching Girlfriends. It's like
Literally not at all.
It's like hella adult. So I didn't even know what I was conceptualizing when I was watching that. But I'm really excited to check those things out. And also, what I would encourage people to do is there's an app called Black and Sexy TV.
Come on, Black and Sexy.
Yes, so that's not so funny.
Black and Sexy.
Yeah, it's a really good I've had this app off and on for like the last few years.
Yeah.
But it's like they're like short shows. It's like a bunch of different shows and content, and it's all Black, and like I'm pretty sure everybody's in LA, but the stuff is actually pretty good. It's like low-key
Okay.
scandalous. It's like watching like when Issa Rae used to do a bunch of like YouTube series and
Yeah.
stuff. It's like that, but it's like some good It's pretty good. Yeah.
Okay.
So check out that app. It's only $6.99 a month, but I'm really into it. And from there, it's what's interesting is that from watching those shows and stuff like that, I've ended up seeing a lot of the actors like develop and get bigger roles. Like Ashley Blaine there's a show on there called Hello Cupid. She was in Dear White People on Netflix. Yeah. She's in there. Some of them have done like commercials. Issa Rae has had some of them on her shows. Like a lot of them are doing like big things now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty dope to watch them do some independent work and then see them on the big screen. So check that out and support them. But yeah, I completely love that. Let's get into the local lookout. Yeah. So this week, our very own engineer, will be Miss Talea. She put out a song this last week, and it is called Need 3, featuring Noah. So let's have a listen to that.
Yes. So cute. Need a few.
Come on, I need a few.
That's
some
a vibe.
Things, some things. Yeah, so that is a vibe. So shout out to Miss Talea. She is not only bring and produce this show with us here, but she obviously has the vocals here. But that song is so vibey. It gives me some summertime with a little haze,
and it
ushers us right into fall. Like this is something that you want to listen to over like a cup of hot spiked cider. Yes. Like just vibing.
A little hot toddy.
So yeah, I'm so into it. So yeah, check that out. Stream it. It's everywhere, ain't it, girl? Yes, everywhere. So do it. Yeah, because I got it in my Apple Music. I pay for that.
Come on now.
Do that. Support artists, support Black art. And also this Saturday, it's the Pull Up, a drive-in live music experience featuring Zach Bruce, Jay Charles, and Talea.
Yes, girl.
Oh, it is a Saturday, September 19th. Go ahead and check that out. We'll post that on our Instagram. It's going to be like a drive-in theater. It's a drive-in music experience,
which I love.
Yes, drive music. Right, yes, and it's only $50 a car. So think about that. You get a couple of the homies, fill up the car. How many homies you get a regular car? About $10 a person. You have your snacks. You could have your drinks. Your smoke items if that's what you want to do. Whatever you would like. There's going to be 2 shows, one at 2 p.m. and one at 6 p.m. Once you have paid for your ticket, you will get the location. It is in Seattle proper, but I don't know the exact location. You'll know that when you buy your ticket. Okay. But I can definitely vouch for all 3 of these artists.
That's completely. Super lit. If I wasn't going to be out of town, I would have been in that thing.
Whatever. No one cares.
Like,
shut up. You're dirty.
I'm going to watch it on the phone.
But yeah,
though.
no. And y'all know I'm a music head. So, hey, if I'm lying, I'm flying. As you can see, I'm still here on this couch.
Okay.
So y'all check that out. Support arts. Like y'all know you ain't got nothing to do.
Literally.
Because it's hazy. Smoke is crazy. Okay. And ain't nobody trying to have no babies.
Get out the house.
Get out the house and enjoy this sounds like a great experience. But anyhow, that's all I have to say. Was there anything else that you had to say?
Wow, awkward. No.
Oh, you had a yawn.
Literally right when I was going to talk.
Oh, my gosh. So,
no,
oh, wow.
I
think I almost saw that little dangly thing in the back of your throat. Oh, it's out. You've been using that, huh?
Nah, well, they don't get in my way, though. I'll just say that.
Oh, come on.
However,
Big Mouth. Huh?
I also love that show on Netflix. If you're looking for one, watch Big Mouth.
That one kind of stressed me. It's like a lot. It's like these cartoons are talking nasty.
It's so funny. Maya Rudolph is the best thing, and I
didn't know that she was on there.
She plays the hormone monster, the female one.
Oh, maybe I'll watch it some more.
It's so funny. Worth your time. But
Yeah.
We're done talking about Netflix because we are out of here, okay?
We're out of here.
Make sure you follow your two faves, okay? You follow me at Bayesian Baddie. I was going to say Black in the City. I was going to say all of them.
Okay.
I want them all, okay? Bayesian_Baddie. You can find me. You will always find this little hood booger over here at Sierra Tuleon.
Yes.
If you don't know how to spell Sierra right yet, you are lost in the sauce, okay?
You're nasty and you like the same things as Odell Beckham.
Ew.
Nah?
Don't let that be you.
Don't let that be you with your little dookie chest. Huh?
Ew.
Don't let that be you.
Ew. And you will find us on at Black and City Pod on Instagram. She is so stupid. Tell us how you feel about the things we talked about today. You can hit us with a DM or a comment. Find us on Twitter too, also at Black and City Pod. But tell us how you feel. But otherwise, we gonna see y'all later. Make sure you register to vote.
Right. In the meantime, make sure you invest in your harvest. And get a shirt. And also, may the stomachs get flatter and the booties get fatter. Because mine is. Let's do it. Bye.
Vote.